Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Heathrow. Another very early start in the middle of this bank holiday weekend for us here in the UK. As you can see, we have a stat cam in full effect. A little bit wobbly, but that will be bringing us a nice long shot of all the stuff that's due. First in from Dubai was the British Airways Dreamliner. Thank you, Dirk. Welcome along. I hope you're well. That was British Airways flight 254, just touching. Okay, I think we should be back. Let me know if we're live again. It looks all good at this end. Never trust a network connection. Okay, we're looking good. On your screens now, about to touch down from Bahrain with the 777-200ER. This is British Airways flight 124. Nice chunky 777, chucking a few ribbons. Next arrival, another long haul, this one in from Riyadh, British Airways 262, and this is another 777. Thank you for the updates, Dirk. Thank you for sticking with us. It's always great when the stream goes down right at the beginning, isn't it? Hopefully we're back on track. All looking super in this lovely early morning sunshine here in London. Drones and planes, thank you. None of us are immune from the issues, are we? It's all good. Mark Jones, good morning. Thank you. Welcome along. Next in from the stack that's starting to build here on the southern runway, that is 27 left here at Heathrow. This is United 110 inbound from New York, and this is 767-300ER. So for everyone that's joined the show bright and early this morning, let me know where you're watching from if you haven't already. It's always nice to know where the audience is. John, the perfect place to be at this time, I would suggest. It's been a bit of a hectic journey here, really. It looked for all the world last night, and when I got up, that it was going to be easterlies. So that's where I was headed. As we watch that lovely big American triple touching down. Yeah, so for all the world, it was going to be easterlies. And I'd figured everything out to head over to 09 left. In fact, even on the way down here, one or two aircraft did use 09 for arrival. And then everything switched. I think if there is going to be any wind, it will be easterly, but it's just so, well, it's dead calm at the moment. So they will always revert back to normal ops. So the behemoth there we saw on StatCam is the Qatar A380 heading in from Doha. Ahead of that, and the next one to land here on the southern runway from JFK, British Airways 112. This one a 777-300ER. Here we go then. First King of the Skies of today's show. First of many, no doubt. In fact, I can already see the Etihad inbound from Abu Dhabi, circling to the north at the airfield at the moment. Beautiful approach and landing there from the Qatar A380. Amazing how graceful they appear, considering their size. Just quickly get back to the chat then. Mark Jones checking in from Bognor Regis. Sunny there too. I did tell you, John, drones and planes, the south has it for this weekend, weather-wise. Keep those updates coming, Dirk. Thank you. Good morning, Emma. Welcome along. I hope you're well this morning. Next in, British Airways Flight 294, inbound from Chicago. Yet another 777. Our next arrival will be a narrow body for the first time this morning. JetBlue, inbound from Boston on an A321neo. That one a minute or so out. And as we look back through the stack, behind the JetBlue, Air Canada, inbound from Toronto. Following that one in from Philadelphia is British Airways 66, and that's our first A350 of today's show. Jones and Planes loving the stack cam. Yeah, bit of a schoolboy error with that today. I didn't bring the second tripod, so it's attached to the only tripod I've got today, which means it's a little bit wobbly when I'm panning the main camera back. So apologies for that. JetBlue Neo there, finishing its journey across the Atlantic from the US. Next in then, Air Canada 777-300. That one taking slightly longer to get wheels down. Of course, the runways here at Heathrow are very, very long, so there's definitely no rush to get that touchdown underway. I think to travel round the airfield here is around 11 miles, which gives you a good idea of how long the two runways are. Next arrival then from Philadelphia is British Airways 66. This one an A350, as we can see our next A380, courtesy of Etihad, in the background. Super graceful, as always, the A380, that one British Airways. So before we get to see our second King of the Skies, courtesy of Etihad, we have Delta 16, this one an A330-200 inbound from Detroit. Nice Airbus A330 there, touching down. Definitely a characteristic of Airbus is the oversized long wings, make all their aircraft look very graceful. So without further ado then, straight over to our Etihad A380, inbound from Abu Dhabi. Mark Jones, I'm glad you're relaxed. I'll get that way soon. It's always a bit of a rush to get these shows underway. Takes about an hour for me to get to Heathrow, so there's always concern about what the roads will be like, but we're okay today. Our Sports Live, good morning to you. Hope you're well. Welcome to the show. And welcome to everybody else that's joined us in the last few minutes. It's a very early one. But it's a nice way to wake up, isn't it? Especially for us in the UK, bank holiday weekend. Most people will have the opportunity to relax yesterday, today and tomorrow. And what better way to relax than to have a nice lazy morning, letting me do all the work for you, catching our arrivals here at 27 left at Heathrow. Next in then, and at the front of the stack on your screens, British Airways 216, inbound from Washington. This one, yet another, 777-200. Very popular aircraft, especially for the transatlantic US-UK routes. As you can see, even on a Sunday morning, the action is non-stop here at Heathrow, both for arrivals and departures. Departures will kick off at 7 AM, more or less. Next arrival for us here on the south. Another one in from Doha, this time British Airways. Another 777. This one flight 126. Carrying the festival special livery that we would have seen an awful lot over COVID, because they use this aircraft for cargo runs. Very distinctive livery there that most people would have seen. That's been around for a good while now. And that aircraft, typical of BA, complete with dirty flaps. Next in for us, Malaysian Airlines Flight 2. Inbound from Kuala Lumpur on an A350-900. Smaller of the two variants available at the moment. Nick Vasey. Good morning to you, sir. I hope you're well. It's been pretty much nothing but 777s this morning. As anyone that would know Heathrow would know, that's not uncommon. So as we switch back to stat camp, always plenty to see on the approach there. Next arrival will be Delta 30. This one inbound from Atlanta on a 767-400ER. That Delta there sporting some sort of special livery sticker on the front. Poseidon 116, checking in from Palermo. Welcome to you. Thank you for joining. I hope your Sunday morning is going well. Next up from Minneapolis, it's Delta 10, this one an Airbus A380-200. Flight time of 7 hours 20 minutes for this one. So as I can see, our third A380 making its way ever closer to the airfield, to the south at the moment. That one a British Airways King of the Skies. Our next arrival is Virgin 46. This one an A350-1000 inbound from New York JFK. Next arrival will be Japan Airlines Flight 41, inbound from Tokyo. And that's on a 787-8 Dreamliner. Following that one in, we've got a Virgin A380 from Antigua. And behind that, inbound from San Francisco on another Dreamliner, United 901. Sabira, good morning to you. Welcome along. Switching then to the Airbus A330-300, inbound from Antigua. Another 7-hour plus flight overnight to reach Heathrow here this morning. And what a lovely morning it is to be out watching the planes. So back to stat cam then, as we await the San Francisco arrival. Behind that is the British Airways 777 inbound from JFK. And yet another A380 King of the Skies. That one there in the background, inbound from Singapore. That's Qantas Flight 1. Longest flight of the day so far. That one 14 hours, 3 minutes and counting. That Boeing Dreamliner sporting United's blue livery, popping lovely in the early morning sun. Star Alliance, good morning. Thank you for the updates. Rincewind, yeah, that red is stunning, isn't it? Very much along the lines of that metallic that you get with the Etihad Airways blue. And as you can see there, what a shot. double A380 in the foreground is the Qantas. Behind that, the British Airways. In fact, triple A380 on the screens right now. Can't remember the last time I saw that. I think we'll stick with StatCam. We'll forsake our next arrival to keep an eye on these three kings of the skies. Rincewind, Sabrina, yes. What a lineup. What a sight to see. Definitely worth getting up early for. Absolutely awesome. Emma enjoying the A380 lineup as well. Fantastic. Nick Fazy, absolutely loving it. You can put up with those triples because eventually you'll get a stack that is like no other. If you just joined the stream, hopefully you got to see the stack of 3 A380s, the second of which is about to touch down in a second. Robert Hitchens, thank you for the update. Gotta love an A380. And for all those that have joined the stream in the last few minutes, drop in the chat, let us know where you're watching from. Absolutely awesome. What a treat. And I can see on flight radar to the south of the airfield a Lufthansa A380. If only that would divert in. That would be amazing. As it is, the third of those 380s forming a train here on runway 27 left. This one about to land, inbound from Boston. Flight time of 6 hours 17 minutes. Boom, there we go. What a few minutes of classic Heathrow aviation. Tremendous, and look at that stack, it just doesn't stop. Our next arrival is American 50. That one, Nick Fasey, a 777-300ER, inbound from Dallas. Real Greens, good morning to you. Welcome back to the show. I hope you're well. Rincewind, Southampton. Have you got the sun this morning? It's absolutely gorgeous here at Heathrow. Sunny, nice and warm. Emma checking in from Lewisham. It's got to be sunny there. That's sunny down the road. Emma seeing the A380 from Boston straight over her house. Absolutely awesome. Ken Vaughan, good morning to you. Checking in from the east coast of the US. Glad you're enjoying the show. Film Noir, NYC, enjoying the cameras this morning. Welcome along. Few ribbons streaming off the control surfaces of that American triple. Taki Kimi, hopefully I've pronounced your name right. There is zero wind here this morning, absolutely nothing. Which is a good thing for me because I did gamble on where to set up. If the winds do pick up, there'll be easterlies and there'll be a runway switch. So let's hope we stay with calm conditions.
Clear to land, Delta 58.
As you could hear from the ATC there, this is Delta 58 in from Boston on an A320. A320? Let's go A330-200. Now it may be just me, I don't know, but I absolutely love the look of those planes on approach before they drop their landing gear. Makes them look completely different, and you can really see how they approach nose up to keep that lift as they start to slow down for landing. Next arrival then, an aircraft I don't think I've ever caught on a live stream, Royal Brunei 787-8 inbound from Dubai. Very nice to catch that one, Royal Brunei. Like I say, first for the stream. Flown on them a few times to and from Dubai. Very nice airline. Nice to see it from the outside live. Next arrival, inbound from Sao Paulo on an A350-1000. It's British Airways flight 246. That one, 10.5 hour flight time. Laxbro, good afternoon to you. Checking in from Melbourne. Late afternoon there. Takikimi, yeah, definitely a very busy airport. Used to be the world's busiest at one time. Not anymore, but still plenty of traffic to keep us occupied. Drones and planes, glad you're enjoying it. Jenny, welcome along. Checking in from Thailand. Another super graceful arrival. Got to get my teeth in again. From the British Airways A350. Larkspur, that's very kind of you, inviting me to Australia. I would love to stream from Australia. Yes, Australia definitely on the bucket list, as is the US. For those that have followed the channel for a while, you'll know that the plan going forward is to do extensive travel and bring you live streams from all over the world. That's a couple of years down the line. That American touchdown was another 777-200. Next in, Gulf Air on a 787-9 inbound from Bahrain. Following that in, British Airways flight 194 from Houston. And of course, ever present here at Heathrow this morning, yet another A380. That one's Singapore Airlines. Flight time of just about 14 hours so far. Good looking jet, the Gulf Air. Very nice to see it landing here at Heathrow. Cathay A380, welcome. Hope you're doing well this morning. Thanks for joining us. Drones and planes, surely you're not getting bored of A380s. That cannot be what I'm seeing. I didn't realise you got as many as 3 a day. Well, that's more than the last time I was up there. Are they all Emirates? Star Alliance, thanks for the update. Keep them coming. If anyone's using flight radar, it's always nice to know what we've got in store over the next sort of half hour to an hour, especially if there's any special liveries mixed in with them. This is getting ridiculous, isn't it? A380 day. Singapore, followed by the British Airways from Miami. Absolutely loving it. Unbelievable. Bruce Jarvis, good morning. Welcome to the show. I hope you're doing well this Sunday morning. Nick Fazy, I'm holding to your account on that one. We need a One World 350. What a beauty. Singapore A380. Soon to be followed in by the British Airways variant. Moyes, good morning to you. Audrey MacDonald, welcome along. Sayantan Guhar, thank you for your information around the One World liveries. It's a super simple livery, but it just works, doesn't it? And there we go, safely down for, I don't even know how many A380s we've had in now. I've stopped counting, but I'll take them, no problem. Really like the A380 when seen from behind, and you can really see the dip in the wings as it hits the wing box on the side of the fuselage. Definitely heavily inspired by Birds of Prey. Audrey MacDonald. I wish I'd got up at 6. Try 3. But I'm not moaning. Absolutely worth it. Loving the action here this Sunday morning. London Heathrow. Giant coin stacks, good morning, welcome back to the show. What a sight that was. A hat trick of A380s, amazing. Nick Fazy, you think you're funny. Next arrival, United 231, inbound from Los Angeles, LAX. That one, a 787-9 Dreamliner. Following that, and you can see in the stack at the moment, Saudi 777, inbound from Riyadh. And behind that one, from Delhi, Air India in the Star Alliance special livery. That one, the smaller Dreamliner -8. Conan joining us from South Australia, loving the action. Who doesn't love the action here at Heathrow? Plenty to keep us occupied. Next in then, Air India in that special livery. That one less than a minute out now. Following that in, American 106, 777-200ER, inbound from New York JFK. And just joining the stack in the background, Qatar Airways 777-300, inbound from Doha. A little over 6.5 hours flight time for that one.
India 161, waiting landing, sir.
Thank you very much to all those that have hit that thumbs up to say they're liking the stream today. If you are enjoying it and you haven't given us a thumbs up, please do. Nick Vasey, it's all good. So as we watch the Qatar triple preparing for landing, we're going to move forward to the American. Yawn, another triple. This triple versus A380 face-off this morning, isn't it? With the odd 350 thrown in. Could really see the ailerons and rudder working hard there to ensure a nice smooth landing for the passengers on board that American triple. Next in then is the Qatar 777 from Doha. Following that one from Addis Ababa, Ethiopian Airlines on an A350-900. Het Patel, good morning, checking in from India. Welcome to the show. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. Chris, welcome to the show, checking in from Los Angeles. LAX definitely on the list for this channel. You can see there yet another 777 producing ribbons off the control surfaces. Haven't seen that off any other aircraft that have landed today. So as we await the Ethiopian arrival in the stack, British Airways shuttle inbound from Newcastle. Following that one, United 14 inbound from New York. That one a 767-300. What is that I see on the back of the stack, I wonder? Surely not another A380. Come on, Nick. Embrace the A380. The king of the skies, undisputed champion of Heathrow. And that one is EK7, Emirates, inbound from Dubai.
Good morning, Emirates 7 miles island.
Next in, United 14, 767-300 inbound from New York. As we watch Emirates on finals. Behind that one is Virgin Atlantic A380 inbound from Delhi. So what do we think of StatCam then? Give us a yes, give us a no in the chat. Do we like StatCam? Bruce Jarvis, thank you very much for your very kind donation and ongoing support. Much appreciated. Chris liking StatCam. Nick Fazy too. Is it StatCam or is it StatCam when it's picking up 3 A380s in formation, especially for JJATV Live? I wish I could say I had anything to do with that at all, but obviously not. Just super lucky. Here we go then. Emirates King of the Skies, inbound from Dubai. Beautiful. I think the Emirates livery on the A380 is probably my favourite, but I'm a little biased because I've been on many of them, travelled to Dubai quite often. What I am irritated by is they hardly ever send their newer liveried versions in, and I've only ever caught it once. So come on Emirates, pull your socks up, send some of those newer liveried ones over. A380 cam. Thank you, Conan. Next in then, Virgin 303, A350 1000 inbound from Delhi. A little over 9 hours flight time. Do you know, I was thinking that we've been really quite lucky with traffic because we're right next to an A road here at the threshold to 27 left. It hasn't really affected our footage so far, but obviously as the morning goes on, the traffic will build up. So we just have to keep our fingers crossed that when a favourite of ours comes into land, it doesn't get obscured by the trucks. Sunday is the best bet for the clear traffic. Next arrival, Air Baltic on an A220-300 inbound from Düsseldorf. And the aircraft on StatCam is the KLM 737-800, that one inbound from Amsterdam. Funky little jet, the A220, and unbelievably quiet. Obviously that's the shape of things to come in aviation, is efficiency and noise abatement. The 220 hitting both of those, no problem. So our next arrival is the KLM, out on StatCam, inbound from Frankfurt. It's British Airways 901. That's an A320neo, and that is the Better World livery, the blue aircraft. Get into a bit of a run of the narrow bodies now. This is the way Heathrow tends to operate. All the red-eye overnight arrivals from far and wide will populate the first hour or so, 2 hours maybe. And then a lot of the more local stuff starts making its way in. Bruce Jarvis, around 10 o'clock I would have thought. So for those of you that got access to Flight Radar or other like apps, give us a bit of a clue as to what we've got. We like to finish on something big or special. Loving that Better World livery on the British Airways Airbus Neo. That's what we finished our last show on, for someone in the chat who wanted us to catch it before we departed. Rory Stones, what time is that due to arrive? Always like to help where we can. Darren Graham Photography, good morning to you. Checking in from Heathrow. What a shot that is, turning on from the north to join the back of the stack there. Love that. That is Saudia in a special livery. 777-300, inbound from Riyadh. Next arrival is American 736, that one inbound from Philadelphia on the Dash 9 Dreamliner. Rory Stones, thank you for the update. Yeah, absolutely, we'll be here for that one. We were talking about this on our last show, but you know, every time I see an American 787 of any description, I always think how great it would look in their metallic tin can livery of old. Someone with some influence needs to get them to do one of those. I mean, I'm not asking for much. I just want the British Airways A380 in one world livery, and a retro American Dreamliner. It's all I want for Christmas. So next in is our Saudia in the special livery. Following that one in, another American Airlines, that one a 777-200, inbound from Boston. Nice livery, that one. The Saudia love their special liveries. There's so many of them. I think my favourite is still their retro with the blue and green stripes along the fuselage. So as we await the American 777 in the stack, behind that it's British Airways inbound from Hong Kong on a 777-200. And then we have a narrow body A380neo. That one in from Geneva. Rory Stones, no problem at all. Drones and planes, yeah, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? Pan Am. Robert Hilton liking StatCam. Thank you for the feedback. Bertie boys, good morning. No need to apologise whatsoever. I didn't expect very many people to be up when I started the show, which was probably a good thing because we had a few network issues in those initial minutes. Thankfully, things settled down quite quickly and we could bring you today's show. Robert Hilton, yeah, the weather is absolutely beautiful here today. There's not a breath of wind and it's lovely and warm. David Bone, good morning, welcome along, hope you're well. Very nice. That BA triple sporting their one world livery. Lovely stack shot now. Plenty of aircraft moving in. the wide body on the back of the stack there. Inbound from Johannesburg, that's British Airways 54. Another 777, that one a 300 ER. And a flight time so far of 10.5 hours.
Hello, 85, 7 miles on.
Next in, here at London Heathrow's southern runway, that is 27 left. Lufthansa 924, inbound from Frankfurt on an A320neo. Bertie boys, thank you. Keep those updates coming, everybody. I just love the way they bank into the back of the stack from the north or the south. Always looks awesome. Another British Airways with filthy flaps. Nick, perhaps you can have a word. Disgusting. Clean your planes, BA. Next up, another British Airways triple. This one in from New York JFK. Rory Stones, no problem at all. Hello to Rory's uncle. Welcome to Heathrow. Bruce. There we go, see? Filthy. Filthy flaps. Joseph Dixon, good morning. Hope you're well on this Sunday morning. Ant Salini, welcome back. Thank you for joining us today. Tugger, good morning from North Wales. I hope you're well. Enjoying the location here at Myrtle Avenue. Very popular, very famous. So as we look at the British Airways A319 from Basel on approach, our next arrival, inbound from Hong Kong, British Airways 28, this one, a 787-9 Dreamliner, 14.25 hours of flight time. What a great shot, courtesy of our stack cam here on JJ ATV Live. Shimmering in the morning sunshine here in London. So behind our short haul from Basel, we have Thai Airways, 777-300 inbound from Bangkok. That one carries the flight number 910. Following that one in from Nairobi, British Airways 64, yet another 777. I think we'll stay with stack cam. We'll let the short haul go by. Three in the stack now, with that one at the back joining from the south of the airfield, and that is Virgin Atlantic 92 inbound from Orlando on an A350 1000. David Bone. No, I haven't. When I got here, it was all closed. So I'm just going to wing it. Excuse the pun. Bertie boys, thank you. I think that message was definitely for Nick Fazy, as it's referring to another A380. Just half an hour out. Lovely livery on that Thai 777. Once again back with StatCam, turning on from the north. Delta 1, inbound from JFK. That one, a 767-400. Next to land is our British Airways service from Nairobi. Flight time 9 hours and 11 minutes for this one. Bruce, don't give him any more reason to to rib me. He's plenty good at that already. Next up then, inbound from Orlando on the Airbus A350-1000, Virgin Flight 92. Plenty of aircraft joining the stack. Further back, we have a Swiss A320 inbound from Zurich. We also have an Air France A220, that one in from Paris Charles de Gaulle. Next touchdown here at Heathrow's runway 27 left. Inbound from New York JFK, Delta 1. This one, a Boeing 767-400ER.
We are cleared to land 27 left, Delta 1.
Angel Ivy, good morning to you. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a lovely Sunday. Bertie boys, thanks for the update. A big welcome to all those that have joined us in the last little while. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Drop into the chat. Put your location there. Say hi if you want to. Everyone's very welcome here. And of course, if you're a lurker, like I mostly am on YouTube, just enjoy the show. On your screens now is Swiss 316. This one in from Zurich on an A320neo. Next arrival will be the Paris-Charles de Gaulle service from Air France. That one an A220. Following that in, we have another Air France. That one an A319 inbound from Nice. And the larger one at the back of the stack on your screens now is British Airways 116 inbound from New York JFK, 777-300ER. 6.5 hours flight time for that one. Got the opportunity for a good comparison now from Air France. We've had their sleek A220. And our next arrival from the same carrier is the little A319. Looking rather tired next to their A220s now. Stack looking a bit sparse at the moment. Next in is the New York service from British Airways, flight 116. 6.5 hour flight time for this one on a 777-300ER. Yes, Nick, another 777. I didn't even look at the flaps. You sound like you're getting bored of them. Bertie boys, keep those updates coming. Much appreciated. Bruce Jarvis. Very good. So as we look, a couple of narrow body short hauls in the stack. Our next arrival, inbound from Washington. United 918, flight time of just under 7 hours. See, now that was showing a clean set of flaps. British Airways, not even close, are they? Let's be honest. They don't care. Stack back in full effect now. Plenty of aircraft still due in while we're live this morning. So just disappearing out of view on our next arrival is the British Airways service from Hamburg on an A319. Following that one in, another British Airways, that one in from Toulouse. In the background, American 730, that one in from Charlotte. And we should see, if we stick with StatCam for a moment, we should see British Airways inbound from Rio de Janeiro, joining the stack from the south, so from the right of your screen. That one, another 777. Here she comes, headed in from the right. Nice banking turn onto finals.
Bravo 6 on the station on stage 3 Tango.
Sticking with StatCam now for the moment. Turning on from the right, that's north of the airfield, is Aer Lingus. That one, an A321neo inbound from Dublin. And now back to the arrival shot of the American Airlines 777-200ER. 7 hours 29 minutes since it took off from Charlotte. Next in, and just disappearing off to the left of StatCam, British Airways flight 248, one world livery, on a 777-200 inbound from Rio de Janeiro. Just shy of 11 hours in the air for this one. Angel Ivy, not entirely sure. I think somewhere between 6 and 10 miles. The aircraft turning onto the stack from the north is British Airways 981 inbound from Berlin. But next to touchdown, here on the southern runway at London Heathrow, Aer Lingus flight 152 inbound from Dublin on an A321neo. This is British Airways Flight 935, inbound from Dusseldorf. This aircraft, an A320-200. So joining the back of the stack there, Singapore Flight 306. That one inbound from Singapore, 13 hours 42 minutes flight time, and it's 777-300ER. AG, good morning. Welcome to the show. I hope you're enjoying your Sunday morning, assuming it is morning wherever you are. So as we watch StatCam, Austrian Airlines is in the foreground. That's an A320neo inbound from Vienna. Then we have the Singapore triple, and we should see appearing from the left of your screens, that is north of the airfield, another 777, that one a 300ER, excuse me, American Airlines 136 inbound from LAX. Losing my voice. So we'll stay with StatCam for now, so we can watch this American triple turning on. Should be a nice steepish banking shot. Drones and planes, so many. There she is, American, in a nice big right-hand bank. Awesome shot. AG is checking in from Los Angeles, where I'm assuming it's still the dead of night. So on your screens now, on our next arrival onto runway 27 left, Singapore Airlines Flight 306. The aircraft just turned onto the back of the stack from the north is Virgin Atlantic A350 1000 inbound from Atlanta. That one carrying flight number 104. And our next arrival, inbound from LAX, American 136. And right on the back of the stack, as we see it now, is the British Airways shuttle service from Jersey. That one's been in the air just over half an hour. Michael Painter, good morning to you. The weather is beautiful here in West London. Very nice indeed. Oh, a nice update from Bertie. Next A380, around 8 minutes out. There's something to look forward to instead of all these 777s. To be fair, Michael, I think there's rain in the forecast for the whole of the south as the afternoon creeps in. Main reason why I dived out at the crack of dawn to get this show underway. Couple of British Airways shuttle arrivals next up. First from Jersey, following that one, another short flight down from Manchester, homeland of drones and planes. If you haven't checked out his channel, he covers Manchester. Him and Josh do a great job, so check that out when you get a chance. Not sure when he's going live again, but well worth a cheeky little subscription. Dropping into the stack from the north, American Airlines 20, that one in from Dallas Fort Worth. Safely down for the British Airways Airbus, making the short hop up from the Channel Islands. Once again, if you've just joined the show in the last few minutes, welcome along. Thank you for spending your Sunday morning with us here at Heathrow, catching all the arrivals onto the southern runway. That British Airways shuttle touching down from Manchester, which is of course home of the sleeping giant that is Manchester United. Once great, now insignificant, unfortunately. On your screens now and about to touch down, American 20. This one a 777-200ER, inbound from Dallas Fort Worth. And there we go, an American with dirty flaps, proving it's not just British Airways. And what do we have here? Beautiful A380, this one under flight number 56, inbound from Johannesburg. Nearly 10.5 hours in the air for this one. I think we'll stick with StatCam to watch the landing gear drop on this beautiful King of the Skies. And we should also see the United 920, a 767-300, join in behind the A380 from the north. That United 767, just 25 years young, still going strong. Angel Ivy, I'm not aware of any Queen of the Skies coming in. I'm sure people in the chat would be able to tell me if they know a bit more. Certainly haven't seen anything to suggest we've got any while we're live today. Chichikodo, good morning to you. Welcome along to the show. Happy Sunday to you. Just managed to catch that northern arrival onto the stack before we switch to our A380. Boom, king of the skies. How many is that we've had this morning? I definitely lost count. So next in will be the United 767. Following that, and in the background on the stack there, it's British Airways A320 inbound from Belfast. Hey, Cassie King, good morning, welcome back. We have had so many A380s on this show. Absolutely amazing. We had 3 in the stack at the same time, so definitely get Benji to wind that back later and have a look. Something you don't see every day. It just lined up perfectly for us this morning. Absolute workhorse, that Boeing 767, quarter of a century old, still going strong. So just disappearing out of view from StatCam is the British Airways Belfast service, that one on an A320. On your screens now is Lufthansa flight 2470. That one is heading in from Munich on an A321neo. And if we stay with StatCam, in a moment we should see arriving from the north, that is the left of your screens, Air Canada flight 856, that one a Boeing Dreamliner -9. And that's heading in from Toronto this morning. Here she is. Beautiful bank-in turn to join the stack. Chichikodo, glad you're enjoying the show. Hit that thumbs up button. Your support is much appreciated. Nick, that would just be just desserts, wouldn't it? After all the flack I've got for daring to like the A380 slightly more than a 777. Only slightly. Flying whale. Brilliant. So Lufthansa 2470, inbound from Munich, is our next arrival. Yeah, all joking aside, Nick Fazy, what an awesome opportunity you've got. I wish you all the best from Tuesday onwards. I'm sure you'll do absolutely fine. And to be fair, it's not going to be that difficult, is it? Those 380s, they're so modern. Don't need much doing to them, do they? On the other hand, if you're handed a bucket and a mop, you know you're on the triples. Yeah, Canada Dreamliner there, sporting the baby blue older livery. Just the one aircraft populating the stack at this point. Still a fair way out. 4 minutes till arrival. This is British Airways 341. Inbound from Nice on an A320-200. Excuse me. Next to join the stack, and that'll be from the south, which is the right-hand side of your screen, will be Virgin Atlantic A330 inbound from Miami. Should see that appear any second now. Bertie boys, we're looking at around 10 AM. There or thereabouts, depending on what's coming in. Always like to finish on something bigger if we can, or a special livery. So if we've got access, have a look forward for me and see what we've got around that time. That would be much appreciated.
So Town, the morning version 6 any code 2
That was the British Airways A320 inbound from Nice. Next up will be the Virgin A330. Switched off there. In the background, not yet dropped its landing gear, is British Airways Flight 158 inbound from Bermuda. That one a 777-200ER.
Atlantic 276,
There we go. It had to happen sooner or later. Photobombed by a Heathrow truck. The Virgin A330. Bertie boys, thank you for looking forward there. Appreciate that. I mean, it would be fitting, wouldn't it, to finish today's show on a King of the Skies. They have been the feature of the day. So, yeah, provisionally the A380 due just before 10 o'clock, inbound from San Francisco.
Atlantic Bird, 185.
So once again, this is the British Airways Flight 158, inbound from Bermuda. Flight time 6.5 hours. That particular aircraft, a proper mishmash of dirty and clean. Maybe it was sent for cleaning at the end of the day and they were on the clock, decided to go home. Who knows? Excuse my throat this morning. Next in, British Airways 947, inbound from Munich on an A319-100. Following that in the stack, we have another British Airways, that one an A320-200. In fact, an A320neo, inbound from Paris. And right at the back there, the Amsterdam service, British Airways Flight 423. talking as we were of people doing half a job. When I arrived here this morning, you can probably see there on camera, the people responsible for mowing this park have literally just done a strip round the edge. Everything inside has just been left. I can only assume it's because it might be waterlogged and they don't want to get their equipment stuck. Karina, good evening, checking in from Mexico. I hope you're well. Welcome to the show. On your screens now and next to land is British Airways 305. This is the Paris service. 49-minute flight time. Next arrival here on runway 27 left at London's Heathrow Airport. British Airways flight 423, inbound from Amsterdam on an A319-100.
Land system left 2.
John, yeah, they never empty their bins in a timely manner here. If you go on the Facebook page for Heathrow, there's always people commenting on it. It's nasty, really. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, people should take the rubbish away, shouldn't they? But they don't. Good morning, Josh. You little legend, you. Loved your commentary on the stream from Manchester the other day. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday. Jason Matthias, checking in from New York City. Good morning to you. Good, very early morning to you. Welcome to the show. This is Lufthansa 900, inbound from Frankfurt. Next in, on an A220-100 from Geneva, is Swiss flight 352. And as we look at StatCam further back, British Airways A320 inbound from Hanover. Following that, a shuttle service from Inverness up in Scotland. And about to turn on from the south, Aer Lingus A320neo, and that one inbound from Cork.
Tower morning, 717 Lima, RSV 6.6.
Super clean looking Swiss A220 there. They always look like they haven't got their flaps deployed because the control surfaces are so much smaller than we're used to seeing on the big stuff here at Heathrow. So just joining the back of the stack there in the bank at the moment. That's British Airways flight 298 inbound from Chicago. That one on the largest of the Dreamliners, the 787-10. A little bit of correction needed there from that little British Airways Airbus just before touchdown. Jason, glad you're enjoying the show. Don't stay up on our account. You can always watch it back later. So that was our Inverness British Airways arrival. Looking very smart in its One World livery. And our next arrival here on London Heathrow Southern runway, that is 27 left. That's Aer Lingus flight 710. This one inbound from Cork, flight time 1 hour 14 minutes. Couple of smaller ones making up the stack as it is at the moment. As we switch to the Chicago arrival, British Airways flight 298. So the two aircraft on your screens now. At the front, inbound from Gothenburg, it's British Airways flight 803 on an A320-200. Following that one in from Oslo, also on an A320-200, it's British Airways flight 761. And just joining at the back from the north, that one inbound from Copenhagen, another British Airways A320-200. That one under flight number 811. It's not quite the same, is it? 3 A320s in the stack versus 3 A380s. How blessed we were. Thanks for the update, Bertie boys. Robert Jeffrey, good morning, checking in from Staffordshire. Is it sunny where you are? It's beautiful here, as you can see. Jason Matthias, no problem, you're very welcome. Loco Loco, good morning, welcome back to the show. I hope you're well today. Drones and planes, yeah, I agree completely. It's a thing of beauty, isn't it, watching the planes join the final run into the airport from the north and south. Nick, I have control of the cameras. I would never ever let that happen whilst you're on this stream. It's a lovely morning for most of us here in the UK. Certainly those of us in the south of the country, but I don't think it's going to last. When I last looked, it seemed that we were in for a typical wet, moody bank holiday Monday tomorrow. I haven't checked today, but I don't really want to. Another north arrival onto the stack. Looking amazing. That one is American 86, inbound from Chicago. The heavy in front of it is British Airways 172. That one inbound from JFK. So as we look at the stack, we just need one more Dreamliner to join to get a triple on the Dreamliners. It's not going to happen today. This is our JFK arrival, 777-200. Lovely spring sunshine to enjoy these planes in here at Heathrow this Sunday morning. Always look better when the sun's shining off the fuselage, don't they? Next in then is the American Airlines 787-9 from Chicago. Following that one in, and on your screens now, is Virgin 166. That one also a Dreamliner, and that's inbound from Montego Bay. And just joining the stack from the south, it's British Airways 188. Oh, there we go. 3 Dreamliners. We got it. Not all in the same shot, admittedly, but we're there. So that's 380s, Dreamliners, not 777s. And for anyone watching the show that's watched previous shows, certainly of late, where we've had lots of crosswind here at Heathrow, you can see you get a much more head-on view of the stack when there's no wind. For some of our recent shows, you can almost see down the right-hand side of the fuselage, even though we're left of the runway. Just a good indication of how much they were crabbing. Next to arrive then, inbound from New York, British Airways flight 188. This one, a Dreamliner -10. Flight time of 6 hours, 23 minutes. Don't really notice too much difference in size between the -9 and -10 Dreamliners, but you can definitely recognise a -8 when they come along. Really squat looking, quite compact. Okay, so in the stack, as we look at it now, first off, British Airways shuttle, that one inbound from Aberdeen. Following that one, United 904, that's a 767-300ER. That one inbound from New York. And towards the back, Virgin 158 on an A330-300, inbound from Boston. Nick Jacobs, good morning to you. Welcome along to the show. I hope you're enjoying your Sunday. And now join the back of the stack of aircraft waiting to land here at Heathrow. Finnair, that one an A350-900 inbound from Helsinki. That one sporting the Moomin livery. Another aging 767, that one, 23 years old. Next to arrive, inbound from Boston, Virgin Atlantic Flight 158. This one an A330-300. MS Wolves 13, good morning to you. Welcome back. I hope you're having a lovely Sunday. So as we see the Finnair A350 just departing the StatCam shot. Behind that is Scandinavian A320neo inbound from Copenhagen. Nick Jacobs, yeah. I do hope warmer days are on the horizon here in the UK. Lord knows we've waited long enough. Third of the year gone already. We still get just the odd day here and there. There's no real settled weather that we've had so far. But at least it's not cold and rainy, unlike for yourself. Not today, anyway. Thanks for the update, Bertie boys. For those that didn't hear the chat earlier on, we'll be looking to finish with the British Airways A380, currently 40 minutes out. So a little run of A320s next. First up is the Scandinavian Neo. Following that one, the Manchester shuttle service. And on the back of the stack, as it stands at the moment, is Austrian Airlines inbound from Vienna. Really like that Scandinavian newer livery. The silver SAS on the fuselage. On dull days you can hardly see it, but you can see there how it caught the sun and lit up really nicely. So next in is the British Airways shuttle inbound from Manchester. So following our next arrival, which is the Austrian in from Vienna, Virgin Atlantic 136, that one an A350 1000, and that's inbound from Orlando. Behind that, out in the distance in the stack there, American 38, that's inbound from Miami on a 777-300ER. Newbrig, good morning to you. Glad you're enjoying the show.
clear land, 27 left, Bergen 360 Lima.
So on stat cam now, in the foreground, is American 38 inbound from Miami. Following that one, from Austin, an A350 1000, that's British Airways flight 190. And way back, looking decidedly smaller, is the Lot 737 MAX 8, inbound from Warsaw. Apologise for the pairs of legs. We are in a public place, so every now and then these things happen. Nick Jacobs, yeah, the Negus livery or Landor would look amazing on an A380. Absolutely agree with that. Bertie boys, thanks for keeping me updated. So next in will be the Lot MAX 8, that one with a flight time of a little over 2 hours. Following that in, JetBlue on an A321neo, that one crossing the Atlantic from New York JFK. Third in the stack, Egypt Air bringing back their A320neo, that one inbound from Cairo, nearly 5 hours for that flight. And the long haul joining the back of the stack now, British Airways 202, that one inbound from Boston on a 777-200ER. lot bringing in the first 737 MAX of today's show. They quite often bring in special liveried MAX 8s, not today. Nice to see one all the same. Nick Jacobs, thanks for your company this morning. Have a great weekend. Hopefully we'll catch you on another show. Jogging bottoms to jog on. Thank you, John. Dennis McLeod, checking in from Australia. It's going very well today. The sun's out, it's nice and warm. I hope you're well. John, good morning to you. JetBlue safely down after crossing the Atlantic in a very small aircraft. Obviously they're certified, so considered safe. So next arrival is the A320neo Egypt Air from Cairo. Egypt Air looking pretty neat in Airbus Neo form. Another longish flight for a narrow body. Next arrival is British Airways Flight 202 inbound from Boston. This one a 777-200. Following that in, we've got Virgin 154 on an A330neo, that one from JFK. And just turning onto the stack, we have United Airlines Flight 27, that one a -9 Dreamliner inbound from Denver. There we go, a very clean British Airways 777. Makes a change for what we've seen this morning. Nice stack building up again. On the back of it is British Airways Flight 114, inbound from JFK. But first up, also from JFK, is Virgin 154. This one, the A330neo. Different set of legs there. Right, folks, just had notification from Heathrow that they are changing to easterlies in 10 minutes. So that's probably going to make our A380 arrival unlikely. If someone's in a position to have a look and see what would be taking off once they switch over between now and 10 AM, we can reassess where we will finish the show. That's assuming, of course, the A380 doesn't make it in before they switch over. The reason for the switch, as we were talking about much earlier in the show, is that it was looking for all the world that it would be easterly reverse ops today, but the winds were so light they were pretty much ineffective. So Heathrow chose to go with normal ops, which is 27s. As we've gone through the morning, the winds have picked up. Not too much, it doesn't feel, but obviously enough for them to count it as a tailwind on arrival, which no airport would stick with for very long. Always want the aircraft to arrive and land with a headwind, and that's the reason for the upcoming switch. Next of our last few arrivals here over Myrtle Avenue this morning, it's British Airways 114, inbound from JFK. This one a 777-300ER. Nick Vasey, never ever. To be fair, I'm not opposed to it really. Looking at flight radar, they're still pushing them to vector for 27s at the moment. Another 9 minutes to go or so. I can feel the wind has picked up now, and it certainly would be easterlies. Never mind, we almost made it through. So we have a run of 3 A320s. They're coming in from Vienna, Edinburgh and Barcelona. Then we have a British Airways Dash 8 Dreamliner. That one coming in from Montreal. And it looks like we'll make the Kuwait Airways 777-300 before the switch. And as we look at StatCam, the one turning on from north of the airfield is the British Airways Dreamliner -8. We should see following that one the Kuwait Airways. Here she comes towards the bottom of the screen with a nice banking turn to the right. We'll stay with StatCam for the moment so we can see what else was going to make it. It looks like we'll also get the Virgin Atlantic Dreamliner from Seattle. That one heading in from the north also. Who is that dude indeed? These are the issues when we're obviously on the weekend, a long weekend at that. There's going to be a lot of people out, and yeah, you just learn to accept it, I suppose. It's not my park. StatCam picking up the Virgin Dreamliner, Seattle service, turning on to final. I think that is more than likely to be the last one that lands on 27 left. That's really got to you, Dick, hasn't it? I've learnt to be more mellow these days. Next up then, less than a minute out now, Kuwait Airways. This is flight 103, inbound from Kuwait City. It's a 777-300ER, and it's had a flight time of 6 hours and 2 minutes. Okay, so on to the final arrival on Westerlies here on the southern runway at Heathrow. This is Virgin 106 inbound from Seattle. 8 hours 51 minutes of flight time. And this is 787-9 Dreamliner. Well, there we go. The final arrival over Myrtle Avenue due to a change in wind direction. I think I'm going to call that a show because it's going to be a good few minutes without anything happening whilst they rearrange everything. So a little bit earlier than planned, and these things happen. But yeah, it's been an absolutely brilliant show. I've really enjoyed the chat once again today. It's you guys that make these shows, and you've done it again. So thank you ever so much for those that have joined the show this morning. If you've been watching along and you haven't hit the like button, please do so. It does help enormously with the shows getting noticed on YouTube. A lot of people watch them after they've finished being live, so that would be a great help. Angelina, good morning. How are you? Do you remember Angelina, folks? She used to be part of this channel. She'll be back, absolutely no doubt. As I said in the community chat on YouTube, I'm looking to do a sunset show on Tuesday. That's still on as it stands. The weather looks favourable. So that will be the next show. If you can't make that one, but you want to watch us again, consider subscribing to the channel. Doesn't cost anything, and of course you'll get alerts when we plan a show. Quite often we'll schedule it a couple of days in advance when we have the opportunity. Emma, thank you. Excuse me. Glad you enjoyed the show. Folks, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Long weekend as it is for us in the UK. And we'll catch you again soon. It's been an absolute pleasure bringing you today's show. And I'm losing my voice, so that's a really good time to call it a day. Take care, folks.